What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, and I've recently caught up to the Dragon Ball Super manga, so today I wanted to share my thoughts on the latest exciting developments in the story. I don't know when the Dragon Ball Super anime will return, but at least we have the manga to enjoy until it comes back, which it hopefully will. Now, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball and want to keep these reviews coming, let me know by turning that like button blue, like Vegeta's hair. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future Dragon Ball videos. Keep in mind there will obviously be manga spoilers since I'm covering the latest chapter. Now, without further ado, let's jump into it. As we all hopefully know, the villain of this latest arc is Moro, aka Planet Eater Moro. Now that I'm reading the script, it turns out I actually had a typo. I had Plant Eater Moro, which is hilarious because it sounds like a supervillain from One Punch Man. But back to the seriousness. Planet Eater Moro is a powerful wizard who's been around for well over 10 million years. He can absorb power from people or from entire planets. Thus, he's quite the force to be reckoned with. Last chapter, we got to see the fruit of Goku's training with Meru's. Remember, Goku can't just enter Mastered Ultra Instinct with the silver hair like he did with Jiren, but he does manage to enter Ultra Instinct Sign level. As Whis pointed out, Sign is a gateway and is unstable, so maintaining it consumes stamina quickly. In the end, Goku lost against Moro. Sign wasn't enough. Chapter 61 is called Vegeta Reborn, and in it, the Prince of All Saiyans gets a chance to take down Moro. Keep in mind, Goku and Vegeta got to train, and Goku even got a downgraded hyperbolic time chamber to boot, which gave him extra training time. So now, with Vegeta's fight, we get to see who made more progress in regards to beating Moro during that time period. Obviously, the title hints at a new, more powerful Vegeta. Vegeta's initial hit on Moro seemed to have no effect. Best Waifu Android 18 even says that Vegeta talked a big game, but clearly couldn't back it up. Moro gives him credit, saying he's definitely more powerful than before, but he's still no contender. Despite all of these doubts, the Prince of Saiyans remains unfazed and keeps going. Piccolo also emphasizes how much Vegeta has grown, saying he barely recognizes him. And a comment like that about a dude who was already clearly strong AF is music to the ears of every Vegeta fan out there. I really like the approach taken in Super to keep Vegeta always around Goku's level, so they push each other. It's one of the best rivalries in anime, no doubt, and I hope to see it going on for a long time to come. Still though, Piccolo says something very unshonen. He says that Moro is too powerful. He's on a level that can't be overcome by training alone. Not a very plus ultra attitude, but again, Vegeta isn't giving up because of such doubts. In fact, if he and Goku had that attitude to begin with, how many times would the world have been destroyed already against previous villains? It's the belief that enough training can eventually bridge any gap that has let Goku and Vegeta achieve the crazy level of power they've achieved up till now. And that attitude will always get them and us further than an attitude like Piccolo's, which would usually lead to giving up prematurely. Vegeta's boss mindset keeps him fighting, even while it seems like Moro has the upper hand. Moro praises the Prince of Saiyans more, saying that Vegeta will make for the finest meal yet, something he didn't say about Goku. Then, just as some people are thinking that Vegeta just can't accept defeat, he performs a significant dodge and lands a solid hit on Moro. That dodge and counterattack turns the table on the fight. Suddenly, Vegeta has the upper hand, the complete opposite of what happened to Goku, where he was getting weaker than Moro as the fight went on. Finally, Goku spots Vegeta's new move, and Vegeta explains to everyone that it's forced spirit fission. With each hit, he is making Moro weaker. Moro goes back to his old, weaker self, and Vegeta explains that he liberated the souls and life energy Moro had stolen with his hits. He sends the energy and souls back, and they return to the planets Moro stole them from. Goku further explains that this technique tears apart things that were combined through fusion or absorption. So we sort of have a new move that could keep our guys from using fusion in the future. Obviously, because of pride, Vegeta always hated the idea of fusing, but now even if they have to or everyone dies, an opponent who can use this move could render the overpowered Vegeta or Gogeta useless. Definitely a big game changer for the future, and it's interesting to see these kinds of different approaches to fighting. I love it that Vegeta can one-up Goku like this, but it's done in an interesting, non-obvious way rather than just attaining the next level of Super Saiyan before him. Vegeta mastered a technique that Goku hasn't even seen used before. Interestingly enough, Vegeta even teases Piccolo, saying he could extract the other Namekians he fused with ages ago. But let's please not have Piccolo made even weaker. We get some classic Vegeta being prideful and trying to flex on Goku. He says that him and Goku underwent the same training, but Vegeta's more talented. He tells Goku that victory is his this time, and Goku smiles like a good sport. Vegeta would have definitely taken it harder if the roles were reversed, but again, Vegeta lets things go to his head too quick. It's like he's begging for a reversal of fortune when he talks smack like this. Vegeta continues to kick around Moro, and he shares his philosophy of fusion and absorption again, saying it never sat well with him because they don't reflect one's inherent power. He craves a fair fight, which is a nice thing to say, but it's also easy to say when you're clearly the one winning currently. We find out that Vegeta managed to revive some people, including some Namekians, who had their energy absorbed. This is some great redemption for Vegeta's character since he caused so much suffering for Namekians before, and he genuinely felt sorry about it. He can't change the past, but it's nice that he could help the Namekians this time, and it's really a powerful illustration of how much Vegeta has evolved over the years. In a great exchange between Piccolo and Goku, Piccolo asks Goku if he expected Vegeta to grow this much. Goku says he didn't expect him to learn the new move or get this strong, but that's not the only thing that Piccolo has in mind. He points out how much Vegeta has grown as a person, and that's a really touching moment. Vegeta's character arc has gotta be my favorite in the entire series now that I think about it. It might have been Gohan if Dragon Ball stopped after the Cell Saga, but with all that's happened since, it's gotta be Vegeta. Piccolo even points out how the guy who once came to invade Earth is now fighting to protect it and to atone for the sins of his past. Vegeta is a great example of how people can change for the better, and I think those examples, whether real or fictional, are very important for us all to have. It's hilarious how Piccolo ends up saying to Goku that he's responsible for the change in Vegeta, but Goku modestly and honestly says, "I just wanted to fight the strongest guys out there." And both are true. Goku's desire to fight strong opponents combined with his good-heartedness has positively influenced and saved many throughout the years. In contrast to Vegeta, Piccolo mentions how Goku didn't change and that he doesn't need to. And that's a good point too. Change just for the sake of change is not a good thing. Someone who's on the right path should stick to it rather than purposely turn down the wrong path. And that is the case for Goku. Both Piccolo and Goku himself agree that Vegeta surpassed Goku this time. But Goku, having a winning mindset like always, doesn't let that bother him. In fact, it fuels him and he says he'll surpass him again. Just watch. That's rivalry at its best right there. And Jocko also points out how weird it is that Goku wants to keep training even with no bad guys around. He thinks it's obsessive. However, that's what gets Goku and Vegeta going. They're on the path to mastery, becoming better than they were yesterday. Besides, as many great philosophers have pointed out, it is during peace times that we should prepare for war, or else we won't be ready when it comes. It's these different mindsets that Goku and Vegeta have, along with their work ethic, that separate them from so many others, who've fallen by the wayside over the years, comparatively speaking. Vegeta's smugness comes in again when he asks Jocko if he should eliminate Moro or keep him alive. Again, if you're familiar with Dragon Ball, you know that such smugness, especially on Vegeta's part, does not tend to be rewarded. And so there's definitely foreshadowing at this point that this could blow up in his face. As Vegeta is about to send Moro to the afterlife, Hell specifically, Moro asks him if Vegeta believes that he's not going to Hell. Interestingly enough, Vegeta says he's naturally bound for Hell. Vegeta considers himself a villain and he's been prepared to go to Hell for some time. And wow, that's actually very cool on Vegeta's part, not gonna lie. He's totally accepted going to Hell like it's no biggie, and he still wants to atone for his sins, even if he's bound for Hell anyway. He wants to help others not for his own benefit, but selflessly. All of this stuff really makes Vegeta a great manly role model. No matter what happens to him, he wants to help people selflessly. And I really respect that about Vegeta. Not surprisingly, Moro hasn't given up. He doesn't plan on going to Hell since he'll be too busy ruling the galaxy for eternity. You can say a lot about this old magic goat man, but he's got ambition. You gotta give him that. Moro points out that he still has his magic. He escapes, which was kind of predictable here. Like a great man once said, when you gotta shoot, shoot, don't talk. And Vegeta talked instead of trying to finish him off as quickly as possible. Now to be fair, Moro might have escaped anyways, but I wanted to quote the good, the bad, and the ugly. Moving on, Moro goes back to his men and lets us know that he had a backup plan just in case, which is pretty smart on his part. He's clearly not blinded by his power or pride, and he does take precautions, a deadly trait in a supervillain. The goat dude straight up eats the copy dude in a bizarre scene that looks like it's straight out of JoJo's. Then Moro's ki, according to Goku, is not only back to normal, it's bigger than ever. Vegeta gets knocked out and resorts back to his normal form. Moro now looks like a Piccolo and Cell crossed with a goat. But it's a cool design, ain't gonna lie. Turns out that 7-3, the copy dude, copied Moro's magic, combat abilities, and so on. Moro created a backup within him, but not only that, he gained 7-3's abilities. He's stronger than ever, and he has an ability to copy the best moves of the Saiyans now. And that is the end of the chapter, with the tables completely turned once again. Now, is the fact that Vegeta didn't just wreck him upsetting? Not really in my view. Yeah, it felt a bit fast because it was all one chapter, but I don't think anyone thought that Moro would lose so quickly. Just cause Moro won, that doesn't change the fact that Vegeta one-upped Goku in this chapter. He did. I'm definitely not saying he surpassed Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, but Goku can't even use that form right now. And compared to what Goku can do right now, and what Vegeta can do, you gotta give it to Vegeta. Moro had to flee and become more powerful or he would have lost. He didn't have to resort to that with Goku. So yeah, Vegeta lost ultimately, but that does not take away from the fact that everyone, including Goku, said he surpassed him. Vegeta still may play a crucial part in defeating Moro, so let's not be too hasty in counting Vegeta out. Plus, we got some great Vegeta characterization in this arc so far, and I think that might be building up the fact that Vegeta will play a crucial role in Moro's downfall. It's just not gonna be as easy as training showing up and one-sidedly kicking his butt. But in Dragon Ball, it almost never is. Anyways, let me know what you thought about this chapter and any theories you have for what's going to happen next. I love reading those. If you did enjoy this review and want the Dragon Ball Super reviews to keep coming, it's important that you smash that like button to let me know. Share this video with any men of culture that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future Dragon Ball Super reviews. Lastly, the YouTube ad rates have dropped big time, so the support we're getting from our AnimeUproar patrons is very appreciated. A very special thank you goes to our patrons over on Patreon who help us survive these YouTube issues and who help make videos like this one possible. First and foremost, I want to thank our the 1-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans: Steven Ingrata, Alola Natem, The World, Steelers, Acquire Respect, Pate Hefa, Jonathan King, Brandon Aviles, Papa Smurf, The School Bus, King Riser, Emperor Otaku, Ricardo Martinez, Thomas Jones, Kinmano, Michael Hyde, and Jaden the Vector Controller. And our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, Cricket XP, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Alicia Actor, Jessica Calafon, Hinokami and Water, Bonnie Parks, Zodiar12, Rathuan De Aura, Kraken, Arels, and Deadly Saint. Thank you all so much. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord, where we talk about anime life and of course, dank memes. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also now join the YouTube channel and support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!